Hey, welcome back everyone to CSV Café. I hope you enjoyed our initial intro with my co-host Linda. Linda, say hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Linda, and I'm thrilled to be your AI co host. Get ready for a fun and insightful dive into validation.
Yeah, Linda's here with me. We are going to go into computer system validation. This is CSV Cafe. We're not only going to be talking about computer system validation, we could be talking about anything that you have in your mind. It's Linda as the co-host and myself. Linda, as you heard, is an AI virtual just for fun, a good way to get you some of that information that's out there. But she is going to be my checks and balances as we have a fun discussion on computer system validation, IT operations, business, whatever you would like to discuss. Welcome to CSV Cafe. And our next topic, we're coming in hard, right, Linda?
Absolutely. We'll break down the foundations of regulations that guide validation. And trust me, I'll keep us on track. So grab your coffee and let's make compliance a conversation, not a headache.
Yes, that is true. Grab your coffee, grab your water, grab something, sit back and relax because the topic is a little dry. But before we get into the nice soft spot, we need to ensure we cover these topics, right, Linda? Like Part 11 and Annex 11. Can you let the audience know what are those 11s?
With pleasure. Part 11 is all about electronic records and signatures in the US FDA world, ensuring they're trustworthy. Annex 11, on the other hand, is the EU's counterpart, covering computerized systems under good manufacturing practice. In short, both keep our digital data in check.
That's right. That's right. So, but we have to follow those. We have to have controls in our systems to ensure we cover those Part 11 and Annex 11, the FDA and EU regulations. But there's other regulations that are out there that govern a topic that actually, not many people know. How many people do you think, in your AI Wikipedia that you have there, how many people do you think know about this topic, computer software validation?
Oh, I'd say it's a niche crowd. Probably only a small percentage in the broader population. But that's why we're here, right? To
That's
bring those hidden compliance gems out into the light and make them as cool as they deserve to be.
That's right. Yeah. So we're not only just going to talk about the topic, but hopefully we'll be able to educate people out there to understand why this approach, this name, computer software validation, computer software assurance, it's kind of like what? It's very technical, but as well as tied to business, and that's why you see the islands behind me, where I have the three different islands, and these islands definitely need to connect with each other in order to have be success in this topic. But yeah, so can you find in your database, Linda, some FDA warning letters that were issued in the past years because of this topic?
I don't have a database of past letters at my fingertips right now, but I can tell you that those warning letters do happen, often because systems weren't validated or electronic records didn't meet requirements. So, everyone, validation isn't just a checkbox, it's a lifesaver.
Yeah. So my co-host does have constraints, but however, you could go to the FDA website and fda.gov, and they have a full database of all the observations and warning letters that were issued, why it is important. That is transparency. And I think transparency is important, right, Linda?
Oh, absolutely. Transparency builds trust. And when you see real examples, you'll learn what you have to do. So let's make sure none of our listeners end up in that database.
I hope not, because that can cost a company a lot of money when they have those warning letters, especially when production gets stopped. But let's stop with the dramatic and let's get back to the technical pieces of it, where if we don't follow these rules, right, the regulations that you just mentioned, Part 11 and Annex 11 and others as well. So there are multiple regulations out there. And if you like, just a little plug in, they go into gxp-cc.com, go and log into our knowledge base in there and catch one of our webinars or on demand. Linda, what do you have to say about ISO 9001 and how that is tied into Annex 11 and Part 11?
ISO 9001 focuses on quality management, ensuring consistent processes. Annex 11 and Part 11 build on that, specifically for computerized systems, making sure digital records are accurate and secure. In short, all are about quality, but Annex 11 and Part 11 are the high-tech cousins.
High-tech cousins. That's interesting. The high-tech cousins. But you know what? When you look at Annex 11 and Part 11, they break down certain pieces. And last year, Annex 11 came out with a brand new update. So please go take a look at that. If not, I have the link below where you can get that Annex 11. It's free online. Google it. This information is out there. But for all of you who do not know what these topics are, it's basically controls, right? Is making sure that your technical operations, your technical digitalization products that are in your organization, the data within those products don't have any impact on patient safety, product quality, and as well as data integrity. You want to make sure it's not corrupted. People are not misleading data. And if you can think about, there's really good, very sad stories out there where there has been individuals and teams who have falsified data, right? And there is a book out there called The Bottle of Lies. And The Bottle of Lies, have you read it, Linda? The Bottle of Lies? It's actually a pretty good one. Very good book, and really talks about those crimes.
I haven't read it personally, no hands for flipping pages, but I know it dives deep into the risks of data fraud in pharma. It's a stark reminder why data integrity is vital and why our validation efforts help keep those bottles honest.
Yeah, we have a good partner that we work with, and one of our colleagues, Urish Kolish, he does a lot of activities with him and speeches and classes, Peter Baker. So follow him, and as well as pick up the book. Very good. And this is basically one of the reasons why we have roles like myself, a validation manager, or we have a business within supporting organizations with validation managers to understand that information, that knowledge, right? The tight aspects, but as well as the optimized pieces. Linda, these days there are some optimizations that we can do when we go into computer system validation. Do you have some top three that you can share with us?
For sure. One key optimization is risk-based validation, focusing effort where risks are highest. Also, using automated testing tools can speed up checks. And of course, having a solid framework means you're not reinventing the wheel every time.
That's right. Yeah, solid framework. Very good to have a plan. Those automated tools are really helpful, and as well as um, basically having a good monitoring, looking at the risk-based approach, and seeing that we are now able to use many tools to support the validation. We can really focus on the data and the intended use of the environment, and we can minimize by doing the risk-based approach activities. Linda, going back to regulations. Sorry, guys, I know we were going a little deep in there, but please continue to keep in touch and follow and ask any questions that you like Linda, my co-host, and me to talk about on the next series. But there's one important piece before we close out when it comes to regulations is guidelines. And one of the biggest guidelines, Linda, I'm going to test. This is a test question for you, Linda. What are one of the biggest guidelines that we can use to help implement good Annex 11 and Part 11 controls?
I'm ready for the test. One of the biggest guiding frameworks is GAMP 5, Good Automated Manufacturing Practice. It's like a roadmap for validating computerized systems. Follow GAMP, and you're well on your way to meeting Annex 11 and Part 11.
That's right. International Society of Pharmaceutical Engineering, ISPE GAMP guides, GAMP 5, and multiple different guidelines that they have. There's also others that you can use. Tied to it, we're going to go for ages. So this is 17 years of work together with my co-host Linda. Thank you for joining, and hope to see you on the next CSV Café. Make sure you bring your coffee or whatever your choice of beverage. Say bye, Linda.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for hopping in. Can't wait for the next cup of CSV goodness. See you next time.